Okay, so today's video is about taking advice. Taking advice of anybody really. Um, I would like to say, in general, it's good to take advice from people you trust, but there are times when you may not be given the best advice, and it may be because people have their own vested interest in the advice they're giving you. And I would say, for the most part, generally, parental advice as you are growing up is for your benefit. Yeah. And it's only when you sort of start getting older that I think parents sort of continue sometimes in expecting you to kind of live the life they want you to live. And that's the time, sort of, when you're grown up, over 18, to make your own choices. Even after that, there are parents that will guide you, and they will give you advice that's good for you. But there are instances where you're not given the best advice, and parents are only looking out for themselves and their own reputation, and therefore they're kind of advising you to do things that is for their best interest rather than yours. So I think you have to be careful. It's not a be all or end all that yes, you listen to all the advice of your parents, or no, you don't listen to any of it. It's sort of a middle ground. You have to sort of see, as you're growing up, obviously you need them, they're your carers, to kind of take in the advice they're giving you. But as you're growing up and learning to be an adult, it's good to kind of see what's best for you. And sometimes I think your intuition tells you, whether something is good for you or not, because you have this gut feeling that I want to do this or I don't want to do this. Sometimes you're undecided, but I think you have to listen to what your self is telling yourself, if you understand what I mean. And this comes to advice from friends or other people that you know as well. You always have to look at what's the vested interest of this person that's giving me this advice. Are they benefiting in any way from the advice they're giving me, or is it solely for my benefit? And I think these things are important to look at when you're seeking advice from other people. It's good to take advice because sometimes you need a second opinion on something. But sometimes people who are near and dear to you may not be the best people to ask, because they may be too involved in your life as it is, and they may kind of have a biased judgment. And the only exception being your parents, who do know you very well. But then again, like I said, it's good to take their advice growing up, but when you're an adult, you will make mistakes, but at the end of it, at least you have yourself to kind of learn from, rather than my parents made me do it. So I think these factors have to be looked at when making any decision that may affect the rest of your life, especially important decisions like education, marriage, where you want to live, these types of things. And it's quite windy at the moment. I'm in the middle of a field, and it's a lovely breeze actually, the sun is out. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of stress on that when you're seeking advice from anybody in any field, on any topic, please look at the advice and don't take it as gospel, because you sort of know, and you may not be listening to your gut instinct. You do know which is the best route for you. And I can give you an example as well. Like in some families, you may have certain likes and dislikes of associations, and your family may not approve of that. And it's up to you to sort of decide whether you want to hang out with somebody that you are comfortable with, or whether you should do what your family is saying when they haven't even met the person, and they also may be biased because some people only like you to hang out with people like themselves. And actually, the only way you learn about yourself and about the world and humanity and that we are all one is by hanging out with people who are completely different to you, because you have to understand that they are the same as you as far as on a human level. They're no less than you. And it helps you appreciate other cultures, other people from different places. And that's, I think, how you develop as a human being, when you accept others who may not be like you. And I'm just going to give you another shot of the deer that are all in the field over there. A lovely view of deer today.
Yes. So you know how you've got the boys that have only got the one? They're a year.
So that was horses and deer today. Horses and deer in the park. Woohoo! And then on the way, I ran into a lovely Siberian husky who's very friendly. And so, yeah, 3 animals I've come across today. Absolutely wonderful, not to mention the birds. And yeah, really enjoying nature today. Just wanted to share those with you. I was quite silent because I didn't want to disturb the deer as I was walking by. So yeah, just bear that in mind, that when you're making a decision, your best friend or people you think are your friends may not know what's best. They might just be giving you sort of anything to go by to get off their back. And family will always look out for what's best for the whole family. They won't consider your individual needs. So, I mean, you can still be respectful to your friends and family without having them run your life for you. And I think that's the key to being an adult and grown up. And like I said, you may be given advice that's best for you. If you are erring, you're going down the wrong path by your parents, and obviously in that situation, it's a good idea to take heed. But I think in the majority of situations, there comes a point where, you sort of have to decide your future. You have to decide the type of future that you want for yourself. And don't feel bad about it. Don't feel that, you shouldn't listen to your parents, or, shouldn't listen to yourself, really. You should listen to yourself. Listen to what your intuition is telling you. Listen to what your gut instinct is telling you. Sometimes you can test out each situation as well in the beginning and go with that. But you can't really judge something without looking into it. Yeah? And I think that's what a lot of people do in society. Anyway, thanks for listening. It's a beautiful day. As you can see, the sun is shining on my face. And I shall see you later. Bye.